Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to be here in my yoga school in Vlissingen, in the Netherlands, and to be part of this big event. One student of mine is there as well. This is very nice to see, and there are 2 or 3 students here with me in the yoga school to support the session. Nice having you. As was said, my name is Sascha, originally from Germany, but now I live in the Netherlands, and I'm trained in the integral yoga system, classical yoga system, which is deeply rooted in the ancient tradition and philosophies of India. And this is where my heart lies as well. Just to have some statements about myself, and then I will say something about the classical yoga system before we will have a full class, just to get the experience of what I was talking about. I can state I'm a yoga practitioner who tries to deepen his own experience, and maybe we all are. Also, I'm a follower of a lineage of gurus, and in this case, in my case, this is the Bia School of Yoga I'm following. I'm also a yoga instructor, so I give weekly lessons and workshops. And what I try to do is not to change our ancient heritage. So I try to learn to deepen my own knowledge, my own understanding through practice and connection. So maybe, and I hope so, it becomes an inner wisdom for myself, and I can teach and live from this inner wisdom. For me, this is what it is about in the classical yoga and in yoga in total, and as far as I understand, also for the European Yoga Union and the Dutch Yoga Union, and I think for all the yoga unions in Europe, not to change something which is proven for my own benefit, but rather to enrich it, to deepen it through my own practice, and also to bring it beyond the mat. So in everyday life, and living it from moment to moment at a certain point. So what we practice on the mat is one facet of what we learn, but the big thing is to bring it into life. What I noticed, what we mostly practice in yoga is just a tiny part of this heritage, of this lineage of the ancient yogas, and a fraction of the different yogas. And I will name them now to just make clear what's integral. So the classical yogas try to learn us to deal with our body and its energies, which is Hatha yoga. Then to try to deal with our mind and its fluctuations, which is Raja yoga. Then I think we all search for spiritual connection with ourselves, or something with this, which is bigger than ourselves, which could be another classical part of yoga. Let's call it Kriya, Kundalini, or mantra, or whatever, another part of classical yoga. We also try to learn to balance our emotions through Bhakti yoga, our actions and the outcome through Karma yoga. We try to know something more about ourself, or also the self, which is Jnana yoga. And the yoga system I follow, what I like a lot is it interconnects all these classical yoga streams to one integral yoga. I found the depth I was searching for, the broadness in the classical yoga system, to really dive deep into this knowledge, and to follow this lineage I'm following, and to practice it. So I would like to give you a glimpse of what I practice. So we are having a whole yoga session in a couple of minutes. And me as a teacher, I'm not moving. So please trust yourself. I watch you, I'm sitting here, I have my eyes opened, I'm looking around. So I'm guiding you through the practices, and the only thing is you have to do is to listen, and without thinking, just to do what I state or what I name, and to follow the instructions. Stay aware, and more become aware also of what is happening inside you yourself. So I'm not moving, I'm not an example. Trust yourself. And if I see something where I think, oh God, I meant something else, I will correct it through words. We will start with a mantra in a short time. We will start with 2 mantras, and I will use my harmonium. I have it here in front of me. You can't see it now. So you will hear my harmonium. We will sing the mantra Om 3 times. I will guide this. And after that, the Shanti part, which we like to start the lessons with just to connect. For the Shanti part, each line will be repeated after me. I will name this again. And the Shanti part, I have translated it very lightly. So we are asking for being nourished during this session, to be protected during this session also, to may learn, to may understand, and that all this would be wonderful as well, that we may be free from struggle, and that there will be peace in us, around us, and in all the forces that act upon us. After that, there's some asanas, pranayam, yoga nidra, deep relaxation, and a meditation. And then we close the class around 12 o'clock with the mantra Om again. So let's start. I would like to ask you to come in a comfortable meditative posture with the eyes closed and the hands in a mudra of your choice. Just take the time to settle the body in the posture, move the body, so really that it gets comfortable and you can be still for a couple of minutes. Check the position of the feet, the legs, the pelvis. Then lengthen the spine as if you create space in between each vertebra. Lift up the chest bone a little bit. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Lengthen the neck and find a comfortable position for the head. Then breathe in through the nose deeply, and with a long exhalation through the nose, letting go of any tension you may be feeling in the body. Do this 2-3 times more. Deep inhalation and exhaling. Feel the body relaxing into the posture. After that, let the breath flow freely. Then becoming aware of this posture the body is sitting in. Start to experience the whole body from the crown of the head down to the tips of the toes. Feel the form of the body. As if you had taken an inner photography. Feel the whole body from the crown of the head down to the fingertips, down to the tips of the toes. sitting in this seated posture, completely still. In this physical stillness, feel the breath moving in the trunk. Without changing it, observe this movement of the breath for some time. With every exhalation, let yourself connect to a deeper inner stillness. And leaving the breath, take the focus in between the eyebrows to Bhumadhya, the eyebrow center. Here feel a soft pressure, as if you were touching this point in between the eyebrows with one of your fingers. And with this focus, visualize or create the image of a candle flame still burning. Connect with this inner symbol of silence and stillness. And with this focus, we will chant the mantra Om 3 times together. Breathing in through the nose. Shanti part, each line after me, to inspire the practice. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahana Sahaviriyam Karavavahe. Sahaviriyam Karavavahe. Tejasvinavaditamastu. Tejasvinavaditamastu. Mavit Vishavahe. Mavit Vishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then letting the vibrations of the mantras fade away. Come back to your breath and deepen your breath to prepare for the practice of asana, the physical part of this session. And whenever you're ready, gracefully come into a standing position. Standing with the feet hip wide apart. Letting your arms hanging loosely to the sides. Please close your eyes again. Becoming still in this standing posture of Tadasana. And also check this posture. Evenly spread the weight of the body on both feet, on both soles of the feet. The knees are soft, neither stretched, neither bent. The pelvis in a comfortable position. And also here the back, the spine erect and long. Find a comfortable position for the head. Then rolling the shoulders a couple of times with an inhalation, taking the shoulders to the ears, rolling them, exhaling backwards and down. 2 times more, letting the shoulders find their comfortable and natural place. And then becoming still in this standing posture. Really experience the uprightness of the body and the stillness of the body, standing erect in space. Bringing the awareness down to the feet. Feel the contact from the feet with the ground, the earth underneath. And with every exhalation, feeling a downward movement, a deeper connection, a heaviness, connecting the body with the ground. For the practice of the heavenly stretch, Tadasana, please open the eyes and fix the gaze on a point before you that will not move. Bringing the awareness to the arms. With the next deep inhalation, lift up the arms, free the sides, interlace the fingers above the head, turning the palms of the hands upwards and coming up on the toes without breathing, keeping the breath inside. Inward breath, bringing the arms upwards, interlacing the fingers above the head, turning the palms of the hands upwards, coming up to the toes, and stop breathing for a while. Before you start to exhale, bring the heels to the ground and exhaling, circle the arms sidewards, back, down again. Next, a deeper inhalation, bringing the arms slowly upwards, interlacing the fingers above the head, turning the palms of the hands upwards, coming up to the toes, stretching even more to the ceiling, holding the breath for a while. Then without breathing, the heels on the floor, and then exhalation, bringing the arms down to the sides. 3 times more for yourself. Really circling the arms upwards, circling the arms downwards. Whenever you finished the 5 rounds in total, just close your eyes and letting the arms hanging loosely to the sides, becoming still again. Be with the experience of the effects of the practice. Then coming into the posture one more time, please open your eyes, fix your gaze with the next inhalation coming into the posture. And stay in the posture for 5 of your natural breath. After that, coming out of the posture, becoming still again. Come up on your toes, the tips of your toes, stretching the whole way up. 5 of your natural breath. After that, becoming totally still again, being with the experience of the effects of the practice. And again, with each exhalation, settling the body on the ground with a feeling of heaviness. For the next practice, Tadasana, the swaying palm tree pose, please open your eyes. For the next inhalation, bringing the arms up again, interlacing the fingers above your head, turning the palms of your hands upwards. Come into the posture, please. Feet stay on the ground. Breathe 2-3 times in this posture. Lengthening again. And then with the next exhalation, bend the upper trunk to the right. So you feel a stretch, the left side. Inhaling, coming up again. The feet stay on the floor. Exhaling, going to the left. Maybe just a little bit to begin with. Inhaling, coming up again. Circling the arms downwards with the exhalation again. Coming out of the posture. Inhaling, coming into the posture again, circling the arms upwards, interlacing the fingers, turning the palms of the hands upwards, exhaling to the right, maybe a little bit further, inhaling upwards, exhaling to the left, inhaling upwards, exhaling arms down. 3 times on your own, after that becoming still again with closed eyes. Really just bend sidewards, not to the front or the back. Afterwards, becoming totally still with closed eyes, to feel the effects of the practice on your body, on your breath, and even on the mood of the mind. And again, coming into the posture and staying there for 5 of your natural breath. Inhaling, opening the eyes, circling the arms upwards, interlacing the fingers, turning the palms upwards, exhaling, going to the right, and stay there for 5 of your natural breath. Keep the count, and after the 5, you go to the left, staying there for 5 of your natural breath. And after that, coming out of the posture with closed eyes, totally still. Whenever you have come out of the posture, really experience the effects, neck and shoulders and arms, the back, flowing of the breath, energy, level of thoughts and emotions. And then open your eyes again, please. The feet shoulder wide apart. For the next practice, Kati Chakrasan, it will be twist. You need some space to the right and left from you. So if there's 2 persons in the room, maybe you have to move a little bit. Arms down to begin with. Just have a look at your feet and turn the big toes a little bit inwards so that your pelvis stays quite fixed. The knees are soft and stay soft. Bringing the arms on shoulder level to the right and the left. Keep on breathing. So it will be a twist in the upper trunk and not a twist in your pelvic. Please let both sides of your pelvis keep on turning forwards. Then turning to the right, putting the left hand on your right shoulder, your right hand behind your back to the left, looking far back to the right. Then coming out of the posture, spreading the arms again. And going to the left side, right hand on the left shoulder, left hand behind you, you're looking behind. Coming up again to the front, inhaling, exhaling, turning to the right. Inhaling to the middle. Exhaling to the left. 3 times in this speed, and then you can speed up the practice, letting the breath flow freely. After the 5 times in total, really speed up the practice as fast as you feel comfortable with. You can let the arms flow around you and play with the practice, getting faster and faster and making it really playful. Loose movement to the right, to the left, maybe even faster. Then getting slower again. Coming back to a point of stillness, closing the eyes. And again, being with the effects of the practice for a moment. The arms are hanging loosely to the sides, then the body totally still. Arms to the sides. You just came out of the practice. So now I see people are looking at the screen and do what one person was doing. So please, really, you did it to the right way. Just trust in yourself. Don't look at other persons. And if I say something, you just check if the arms are loosely to the sides. And they were with both persons, but not with the one or two. So if you look at them, then you start to struggle. And just trust in yourself. Next practice will be Hasta Uttanasana. The feet are close together or hip width apart, whatever you like. And you need, again, some space around you to the right and left, because you will open your arms shoulder wide, like this, like a cross position. So please check your posture, that you have enough space around you. The arms are down to the sides. The eyes are open. Just bringing the wrists in front of your body, crossed in front of the lower part of your body. So like this in front. Just the wrists are crossed. The fingers are not interlaced. The wrists is this part which is crossed. No interlaced fingers, just yes. Thank you. And then look down to your wrists, so that your head will move with the movement. With the next inhalation, bring the crossed wrists up and far back. Your gaze to the wrists. With the next exhalation, open the arms to the sides, shoulder wide, the palms of the hands turned upwards. You're looking up now. Inhaling, crossing the wrists up. The arms back, and exhaling, bringing the arms down. Your gaze is following your wrists. 4 times more in your own speed and rhythm with the breath. Really engage the arms back and outside, opening up the chest and the throat. And your head is moving, your gaze fixed on the wrists, up and down. Arms shoulder wide. And after that, crossing the wrists again above your head. After the 5 rounds, arms loosely to the sides, head upright and the eyes closed, and be with the effects of the practice again for a moment. And then again, coming into the posture and staying there for 5 of your natural breath. The wrists on top of each other, you open the eyes, looking at the wrists with a deep inhalation, stretched arms, coming upwards, you gaze to the crossed wrists, exhaling, open the arms in the crossed position and stay here for 5 of your natural breath. After that, coming out of the position with an inhalation, crossing the wrists and exhaling, bringing the wrists down, closing the eyes. After that, hands loosely to the sides, arms relaxed, eyes closed. Breathe freely and again being with the effects of the practice for a moment. The next practice, Padhasta Asana, mini sun salutation. Please open the eyes. The feet are close to each other or hip wide apart. Bringing the hands in Prana Mudra in front of your chest. And for a moment, focus on this contact from the outside of the thumbs with the sternum, the chest bone. Maybe even feeling the heartbeat in the chest. Staying in this posture, exhale fully through the nose. And inhaling Hasta Uttanasana, lifting up the arms, bending backwards, gazing to the ceiling. Exhaling, soft knees, bending forwards, Padhasta Asana. Fully forward. With the next inhalation, bending the knees, inhaling, coming up again to Hasta Uttanasana, the arms to the ceiling, you gaze to the ceiling, the pelvis a little bit forwards. Exhaling, hearts in hand, hands in front of your heart. So we go on, inhaling, coming up in Hasta Uttanasana, stretching up into the tips of your fingers. Exhaling, bending forwards from the hips, Padhasta Asana. Inhaling, coming up again in Hasta Uttanasana. Hands in front of your chest with an exhalation, Prana Mudra. Go on like this, inhaling, stretching up. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, stretching up. Hands in front of the chest with an exhalation. And go on like this a couple of times more. If you like to speed up the practice with each repetition. If you like to try how fast you can get without letting the interconnection between breath and movement go. For the last 2 or 3 repetitions, maybe a little bit faster if it feels okay for yourself, for your body. And after that, return to Tadasana with closed eyes, arms loosely to the sides, becoming fully still, being with the effects of the practice, maybe still being aware of the heartbeat in the middle of the chest. Letting go of the body, letting go of the breath. Standing erect and still. And opening the eyes again, closing the feet, gazing at a point, bringing the hands in front of the heart again, coming up on your toes with an inhalation. Please be careful if you have knee problems, and then sinking down through the knees into a squatting position, keeping the heels from the floor if possible. Lowering the hands and the arms and come lying on the front of the body in Advasana. Come lying on the front of your body, the arms stretched, the palms of the hands touching the floor, the big toes touching each other, and the heels falling to the sides. You lie on your stomach, stretched out flat on the floor. Big toes touching, heels falling out to the sides. In this position, feeling the contact of the front side of the body with the floor. Feeling the movement of breath in the abdominal area. Really feel this contact from the abdomen, the belly with the floor, with each inhalation and each exhalation. Let the body becoming still again. Still the focus of the movement of the breath in the belly. Start to deepen the breath a little. Start with abdominal breathing, where you feel that with every breath, the abdomen moves a little bit more against the floor. And after a while, letting the breath return to its natural rhythm again. For the practice of Ardha Shalabh Asana, the half locust pose, the feet are a little bit further apart, the palms of the hands still touching the floor, and the forehead on the floor. Arms stretched out to the front. The arms are stretched. Starting on the right side, breathe in deeply, lifting up your right arm, lifting up your head, lifting up your right leg, looking to the front. Exhaling, coming down again. Going to the left, inhaling deeply, lifting up the left arm, the head, and the left leg, pointing the foot. Exhaling, coming down. All fours and the head. Inhaling, coming up with both legs, both arms, and the head, gaze forward. And exhaling, coming down. 4 rounds on yourself. Please go on. Movement and breath interconnected. Really feel how the deep inhalation helps you to lift up. Feel the contact of the belly with the floor, and exhaling, coming out of the posture. Go on, keep the trace, 5 rounds in total, and afterwards you turn the head to one side. After that, rest the head to one side. Then again, coming into the position of Ardha Shalabhasan, the full position with all 4s and the head, and staying in the position for 3 to 5 of your natural breath. Please come into the position with an inhalation, lifting up all 4, so the legs, the arms, the head, for 3 to 5 of your natural breath. Coming out of the position, turning the head to the other side. So this was the position for Manipur Chakra. For the next position, Sarpasana, the snake pose, please close your legs so that the heels touch each other, interlacing the fingers behind your back. The palms of the hands turned to your own head, either the forehead or the chin on the floor to start with. Heels touch each other. Bringing the shoulders backwards, opening the chest. Then with a deep inhalation, lifting up the head, lifting up the upper trunk, and with an exhalation, come down again. If you want to breathe now in the middle, do this 4 times more on your own space and pace and rhythm. Inhaling, coming up, maybe balancing through bringing the arms up in the air, and exhaling, coming down, maybe resting for 1 or 2 breaths to start the next round. After the 5 dynamic rounds, you will come into the posture again and stay there for 3 to 5 of your natural breath. The feet stay on the floor. After the practice, letting go of the arms and hands, turning the head to one side. Or if it feels better for your neck, you could even put one hand in on top of the other, resting the forehead on the upper hand. Whenever you came out of the practice, really let go of any tension with each and every exhalation. If you turned your head to one side, please turn it to the other side as well for a moment. Then coming to Shashank Asana, the hare pose or child's pose, bringing the hands under the shoulders, lifting up with an inhalation to all fours, and with an exhalation, letting the buttocks sink down to the heels, the forehead on the floor, the arms stretched to the front. The palms of the hands touch the floor. If you need some more space in between the legs, in between the knees, please just change the position. The buttocks really touch the heels or come close to the heels. The arms stretched to the front. Walk your fingertips a little bit more forwards to create some more length in the back and in the spine now. The arms are stretched in front of you, touching the floor, the palms of the hands on the floor. Yes. Walk your fingertips a little bit more forward to create some more length. Stretch the back muscles. Here again, focus on the exhalation, and with each and every exhalation, feeling the body letting go into the pose. Again, focus on the movement of breath in the abdomen against the thighs. And with each and every exhalation, letting go. Then activate the abdominal breath again, breathing more deeply through the nose, feeling the bigger movement of breath in the abdomen. Please listen closely, because you will lift up the whole trunk in a short time in one long line. The arms, keep them stretched, the head in between the arms. So prepare, breathing more deeply, lifting the hands and the head a little bit from the floor with a deep inhalation. Come upwards to a sitting position, the fingertip tips to the ceiling. Keep on sitting and exhaling the arms down, the hands on the thighs. You're sitting on your heels now in Vajrasana if possible. Inhaling again, stretch up to the fingertips. One line, exhaling in one line, bend forward into Shashank Asana. Without breathing, stay in the pose for some seconds. And then inhaling again, lifting up in one straight line, the buttocks on the heels. Keep on sitting, exhaling. Only the hands on the thighs. Only the hands on the thighs. You're sitting upright in Vajrasana now. Inhaling again, stretching up to the fingertips. Exhaling, one long line coming down to the floor. Palms of the hands and forehead touch at the same time the floor, and leave the floor with an inhalation in one long line. Keep on sitting and just exhaling, bring the hands down. One more repetition for yourself, and then you stay sitting in Vajrasana with closed eyes. For a moment, becoming still, sitting in Vajrasana if possible with closed eyes. Otherwise, find another comfortable sitting position for some seconds. You're sitting up right now. Letting your buttocks sink to the right. Turn around and come lying down on the back in Shavasana with the head facing this side, please. Come lying down in corpse pose, head, neck, and spine in a straight line, eyes softly closed, arms alongside the body, legs stretched out, the feet falling to the sides. Letting the body becoming still, letting go of any tension in the body, in the breath. And feel the movement of breath in the trunk without changing it. Focus on the exhalation, and with every exhalation, feel it letting go, sinking down into the pose. Then leaving the awareness of the breath, preparing for the next asana, Martsi asana, the fish pose, in a variation which you maybe do not know, so please follow the instructions. Now propping yourself up on your forearms. So the elbows on the floor, you come to a half sitting position. Yes, very nice. Looking up to the ceiling. Maybe lifting up the chest bone, letting the shoulders roll backwards and downwards. The legs are closed. And maybe this is enough for you in the position. Then you stay here. If it's okay, and even if it's okay for yourself and your neck, letting the head sinking back down, you slide the elbows softly and consciously outside so that you come on the crown of your head. So the elbows just slide to the sides and you come on the crown of your head. Otherwise, you stay with the head in the air. Mouth can open to letting go tension in the jaw. The eyes are closed. The breath is natural. For a moment, become aware of this pose, yourself in this pose, on the floor, in space. Also start to listen to sounds around, maybe in the room you are in, maybe outside. And whenever you want to come out of the pose, please be careful. Just the elbows strongly on the floor. With an inhalation, you lift up your head, bringing the chin to the chest. And with an exhalation, you come down lying on your bed, on your back in Shavasana. Please come out of the pose if you're still in the pose. Then for Supta Pavan Mukta Asana, the wind releasing pose in a variation as well, bringing the knees to the chest with an inhalation. Putting the hands on each knee, front side of the knee without interlacing the fingers, stretching the elbows so that the knees come a little bit further away from the chest. So the arms are stretched and the hands touch the knees from the front. Now with the next exhalation, hugging the knees closer to the chest. With the next inhalation, lengthening the arms. Again, the head stays on the floor. It's just the arms and the knees which move with the breath now. Exhaling, pulling the knees to the chest. Inhaling, straightening the arms so the knees come a little bit further away from the chest. Just to give a soft stretch to the lower back. Please be careful not to cross the feet, keep them parallel. And then with the next exhalation, lifting up the head as well. Closer to the knees, making a small package of yourself. Inhaling, the head back and the arms straighten. Go on like this. So exhaling, first of all, hugging in the knees, and then in the pause, lifting up the head. Inhaling, head coming down and the arms straightening. Go on like this and bring your focus to the eyebrow center with the idea that whilst lifting up your head, you touch the middle in between your knees with the eyebrow center. After the next exhalation, when you have lifted up your head, stay in this pose for 5 of your natural breath, still with the feeling that the middle in between the eyebrows, the eyebrow center touches the middle in between the knees. And after that, coming back into Shavasana, corpse pose. Becoming totally still for a moment again. And then to come up in a seated position, please bend your knees and roll onto the right side. Then via the right side, please come into a seated position with opened eyes for the pranayama, the breathing exercise or practice for today. Take everything you need for the practice of Brahmari, the humming bees breath, which I will firstly explain. So in every yoga tradition, maybe there's another variation of Brahmari, and I would like to ask you to do it like I instruct today. Maybe you know the variation where all fingers touch your head and your thumbs will close the ears, if you know this practice. Today we will do it as followed. You will breathe in deeply whilst propping your index fingers into your ears or just using the flaps of your ears to close your ears. And your ears will stay closed in a while. So I will instruct it now so you will know what to do. And then whilst exhaling, your jaw is soft. You will produce a deep humming sound like a bee, and that could sound like The ears stay closed, then you breathe in again, the chest is open, and again you will produce this humming sound. We will do this 9 times in total, and I would like you to focus your awareness in the heart space. So try to find the vibration in the chest. Maybe it could be a feeling that the vibration is coming from the chest outwards. Maybe it could be a feeling that the vibration is going inside, so through the chest. So 9 times in total, and I will instruct you coming into the pose. After your 9 times, you come out of the pose, closed eyes, and your hands will rest on your knees, and there will be a moment of stillness. And after that, we are going to have the Yoga Nidra, the deep relaxation. So this is preparation for it. So please be aware that the chest really is open and it's just your index fingers you use today with the awareness in the chest. So first of all, close your eyes and your hands are resting on your knees, bringing the body in an upright, comfortable position. Lengthening the spine again. Rolling the shoulders upwards, backwards, and downwards so that the chest is open. Find an upright, comfortable position for the head. The face is relaxed. The jaw soft. The tongue soft. First of all, letting the whole body becoming totally still. Then turning to the natural breath, observe the movement of the natural breath in the trunk without changing it for a while. Then preparing for the practice of Brahmari, the humming sound, with a focus in the chest, 9 times in total. You breathe in deeply, using the index finger to close your ears, opening the chest fully, and exhaling, you produce the sound. And then please prepare yourself for the practice of Yoga Nidra, the deep relaxation. So in your own time, please come lying back on the floor, on the back. Take everything you need to stay warm. If you want, you can have a small cushion under your head or under your knees. Loosen the cloth. Maybe putting away glasses or a wristwatch, so that you will be undisturbed during the practice. Have your eyes open to begin with and lift up the head, looking alongside the body, that you really lie in a straight line, and then putting the head back down to the floor, closing the eyes and the mouth softly. Really know that you have everything you need to stay warm and comfortable for the next half hour. Feel the body lying in a straight line, head, neck, and spinal cord in a straight line. The feet and legs a little bit apart. Let the feet falling loosely to the sides. The arms alongside with the palms of the hands turning upwards. the chin slightly to the chest so that the neck is long. Now, softly lead the awareness around the body, making sure that you are not holding any unnecessary tension. Letting go of any tension in the feet so that they really fall to the sides, in the legs, in the hips, and in the pelvic. Letting the lower back nestling itself more and more to the floor. The abdomen is soft. Bring the awareness to the hands. Let the fingers curl in a natural way. And feel that with the palms of the hands turned upwards, you can let go more tension in the arms, in the shoulders, and in the chest. The neck is long, the jaw loose. There is space in between the jaws. The tongue is soft. Now letting go of any tension in the face as well. And the small muscles around the eyes, the forehead. And letting the eyes becoming heavy, sinking down into their sockets. Again, lead the awareness around the body, finding the last adjustments so that you can keep the body still during the whole practice. Also, be aware now that you're going to practice Yoga Nidra, the form of deep relaxation, where you only have to listen. Remember with closed eyes where you are, the time of the day, and then repeating in yourself, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra, and I will remain awake and aware. Now start to become aware of the whole body, lying in corpse pose, in Shavasana, on the floor. Becoming aware of the whole body in stillness. Feel the contact between the body and the floor. The heels touching the floor, the thighs, back sides of the legs, the buttocks, parts of the back touching the floor, the hands, the arms, shoulder blades, and the back of the head. Becoming aware of all these body parts at the same time, in contact with the floor. And then start to discover the little spaces in between the back side of the body and the floor. The space between the heels, above the heels, and the floor. Maybe there is a little space in between the back sides of the knees and the floor. The space in between the lower back and the floor. Try to discover the little spaces in between the wrists and the floor. and the neck and the floor. And then becoming aware of all these little spaces at the same time. Now become aware of the space the body is lying in. And the space that immediately surrounds the body. Feel this space around the body, and with every exhalation, feel that you are letting go into this space. With every exhalation, feel yourself sinking softly into this space. Then leave this awareness. And now it's time to remember or make your sankalpa, the positive resolve that you make, the seed that you plant in the deeper layers of the mind that will bring about the positive change from within. If this is new to you, start to reflect now on the last days of your life to discover in which parts of your life you have to bring some change. Let your sankalpa rather speak from the heart than finding and remembering it in your mind. Recall your sankalpa now and repeat it clearly in the same words and language that you always use. Repeat your sankalpa 3 times in yourself with feeling and emphasis. Then starting the rotation of awareness around the body, you will bring the focus to each body part that will be named and repeat the name of this part also. It is the awareness only that moves, the body stays completely still. Beginning on the right-hand side, become aware of the right-hand thumb now. Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right side of the waist, hip, thigh, knee, back of the knee, chin, calf muscle, ankle, right heel, sole, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bringing the awareness to the left. Left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left side of the trunk, left thigh, kneecap, back of the knee, chin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bringing the awareness to the back side of the body now, starting with the back of the head, back of the neck, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the space in between the shoulder blades, middle of the back, lower back, right buttock, left buttock, the end of the spine. And from here, lead the awareness the whole length of the spine upwards to the other end, coming to the crown of the head. Aware from the crown of the head now, the forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, and the eyebrow center. Left eye, right eye, right ear, left ear, right part of the nose, left part of the nose, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, and both lips together, chin, jaw, throat, right part of the chest, left part of the chest, the middle of the chest, belly button, abdomen, groin. Now awareness of the whole right leg. Awareness of the whole left leg and both legs together. Awareness of the whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together. Whole back side of the body, whole front side of the body, the whole head, and the whole body. The whole body together. Awareness of the whole body from the crown of the head down to the fingertips and the tips of the toes. Awareness of the whole body lying completely still, practicing Yoga Nidra, awake and aware. Bring your awareness to the breath now. Become aware of the natural breath as it enters and leaves the body through the nose. Observe the breath in the nose. Then move your awareness into the throat. Feel the breath passing by the throat on its journey in and out of the body. Shift the awareness to watch the rise and fall of the chest as the breath comes in and out of the body. And then watch the rise and fall of the navel with every breath. And leaving the breath awareness, start to create a feeling of heaviness in the body. Feel the body becoming heavier and heavier, as if it leaves an imprint on the floor. The legs are heavy, the arms are heavy, the trunk is heavy, the head heavy. The whole body is so heavy that you couldn't move it, even if you would like to. Feel that total heaviness in the whole body. Heavy as a heavy suitcase you couldn't move. Experience this feeling of heaviness in the whole body. Now leave this experience and start to create the feeling of lightness. Feel the body becoming lighter and lighter, as if it would lift up from the floor. Feel the legs are light, the arms are light, the trunk is light, the head is light, the whole body light, as if it is floating above the floor. This intense feeling of lightness, light as a feather. Experience that feeling of lightness in the whole body. And letting this feeling go. Now bring the awareness to the closed eyes. And as if you could look through the closed eyes, as if looking through a transparent screen, you look into the space in front or behind the closed eyes, the space of the mind, the space of Chittakash, where you can see dreams at nighttime. See the space around, which is deep, broad and far. And with the awareness here, visualize the following things and scenes using all your senses to support. Lying on a large black rock, still warm from the sun. Lying on a large black rock, still warm from the sun. The smell of freshly brewed coffee. Remember the smell of freshly brewed coffee. See a dark red rose and the soft scent of the rose. The dark red rose and the soft scent of the rose. A white swan gliding quietly over the water. A white swan gliding quietly over the water. A jellyfish floating in the deep, dark ocean. A jellyfish floating in the deep, dark ocean. A snowflake melting on your tongue. A snowflake melting on your tongue. Walking through a field of tall grass, walking through a field of tall grass. Smoke rising from a chimney. Smoke rising from a chimney. A mountain range in the mist. The mountain range in the mist. Your breath in the cold winter night. Your breath in the cold winter night. Warm sand running through your fingers. The feeling of warm sand running through your fingers. The touch of a summer breeze on the skin of your face. The touch of a summer breeze on the skin of your face. Raindrops on a tent. Raindrops on a tent. Crunching snow under your feet. Crunching snow under your feet. The sound of children playing in a schoolyard. The sound of children playing in a schoolyard. A starless night sky. A starless night sky. The infinity of silent sea at night. The infinity of the silent sea at night. And hear the mantra Om in you and around you. The vibration of the mantra Om in you and around you. Then letting go of all these images and experiences. Remember your sankalpa. And again, take the time to repeat it in yourself, or if this idea is new to you, to look over the last days of your life, to let your sankalpa speak from within. Remember your sankalpa and repeat it clearly in exactly the same way as you did at the beginning of the practice, with emphasis and feeling 3 times in yourself. And then leaving the sankalpa to do its work. Coming back to your breath, feeling your breath in your nose. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Feel the movement of your breath in your chest, in your belly. Becoming aware of your body moving around your breath. Feel the weight of your body on the mat, position of your body in the room. Slowly coming back out of the practice. Remember with closed eyes where you are lying, remembering the ceiling above you, the floor, the color of the walls, windows and doors. Slowly start to externalize your awareness, becoming aware of sounds around you, sounds in the room, sounds outside. Really coming out of the practice, breathing deeply, feeling your body. Start with small movements, moving your toes, moving your fingers, moving your feet and hands, legs and arms. Slowly rolling your head from side to side, keeping the eyes closed, making bigger movements, stretching in whatever direction you feel to like to stretch. Then with a big inhalation, stretching out, and with a deep sigh, letting go. Keep on moving, bringing the knees up to the chest, hugging in the knees, maybe lifting your head, rolling from side to side. And then roll onto the right side to become still again for a small moment with closed eyes. Knowing that the practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete and ended. Hari Om Tat Sat. If possible, with closed eyes or the eyes down, find a comfortable meditative posture to become comfortable and still again. Hands resting either on the knees in Chin or Gyan Mudra or in the lap. The eyes and lips are softly closed. You will sit for 10 minutes or so, so really find a comfortable position. If you like, you could even sit on a chair. Make all the necessary adjustments to become comfortable and still. Bringing the body back to a point of total stillness. Again, connecting to the breath. Feel the breath flowing in and out of the nostrils without changing it. Observe the flow of natural breath in the nose. Also become aware of the coolness of the inward breath, the warmth of the outgoing breath, without changing it, just becoming aware. Following the breath deeper on its journey into the body. Feel the breath in the throat and focus on the downward movement of the inward breath flowing through the throat downwards. Following the breath even deeper downwards, feel the movement of breath in the chest. The soft breath moving in the chest, and the chest moving around the breast, the breath. Stay with the breath and at the same time become aware of the space in the chest area, the space of the heart. Feel this space deep inside. Deep inside the chest, where the breath is moving now. Feel this space inside and see this space as a dark, endless, friendly space in the chest area. And at the same time, feel that this space starts to get bigger with each inhalation and relaxes back with each exhalation. Keep on following the natural movement of the breath in the heart space and the chest area. And feel that with every inhalation, that inner space broadens, gets bigger. With every exhalation, relaxes back, softens. With this feeling on the background, visualize a tiny flame of light deep in the middle of the heart space. This light is golden, very bright. And see that with every inhalation, that inner light starts to brighten up, filling the whole space inside. And with every exhalation, turning back to its source, this tiny flame of light deep inside. Visualize, create that inner image, that light inside the heart space that moves together with the breath, getting brighter and bigger, filling the whole space within inhalation, and relaxing back to its source with each exhalation. Maybe you get the feeling that that inner light grows bigger and bigger into the space around. With every inhalation, still turning back to its source with every exhalation. Slowly letting that image fade. Slowly letting the awareness of the breath go. Holding your awareness for a moment in that space deep inside. Space of total stillness inside. And then again, coming back to the awareness of breath. Feel your breath moving in your chest, knowing that this practice will coming to a close, keeping your eyes closed, breathe in and out more deeply. Then we will end this session in a moment with the chanting of the mantra Om again. So letting the breath go, bringing your awareness back to the eyebrow center, Bhumadhya, visualizing here a tiny point of light or a still burning candle flame to connect back to this inner symbol of silence, stillness, this light which shines within. And with this awareness of this candle flame in Bhumadhya, we will chant the mantra Om 3 times together. Breathing in more deeply. Tatsat, bringing the awareness to your hands. Bring the palms of the hands together. Start to warming up the palms of the hands for the palming of the eyes. Then covering the eyes with the palms of the hands without touching the eyelids. Becoming still for a moment. Feel the warmth. Then again, with closed eyes, warming up the palms of the hands, palming the eyes again. One more time, please. Covering the eyelids, opening the eyes, looking into the darkness of the palms of the hands. Spreading the fingers a little bit, rays of lights coming in, and then with opened eyes come out of the posture. S'il vous plaît. Yeah, Hari Om Tat Sat. Thanks for being that open and following this session. Even if there was not much to see and maybe sometimes you struggled with yourself or the posture, that's part of the game. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you wherever, maybe in France. I see some French names. I know somebody from Holland. Maybe there's a Portuguese name. No. Yes. Maria and Nika, I don't know, from France, England. So nice having you anyway. It doesn't matter where you're from, but it's quite interesting to have an international folks around. So thanks for joining in and for having the openness to experience this lesson also.
Thank you.
Take care. Nice seeing you and meeting you.